Cascadia Super Gravel is a gravel race that happens towards the end of April in Capitol State Forest close to Olympia, Washington. I did this race last year and had signed up for the long version, which is around 90 miles. But last year it rained the whole time, and around 4 o'clock it was miserable enough that I called it quits. As you can see, this year the weather is going to be quite different. The race starts out with a little bit of double track leading straight into a single track section. So if you're not positioned towards the front, you can expect a little bit of a bunch up. Since I'm not a competitive racer and I don't want to be holding up people behind me, I like to start towards the back. This also means that I get to spend the first part of the race passing people. This year I'm doing the medium course, which was 52.5 miles and about 7,800 feet of elevation. This distance to elevation mix is way beyond the golden ratio, which is usually about 1,000 feet of elevation per 10 miles. So this was going to be a day with a lot of climbing. Living close to Capitol Forest, I have the advantage that a lot of these roads are roads that I have biked on before. I was lucky to be able to join most of the gravel happy hour check-out rides this year. The 2025 medium route offers up some of the best single track as well as gravel routes that Capitol Forest has to offer. first rest stop was located right where B line intersects with the power lines. Leaving that rest stop, you go through the saddle between two mountains, and that was the only spot where we had a little bit of a headwind and it got just a little bit chilly. I know I said I've done most of these roads before, but I usually catch this divide connector trail from the other direction, so I almost missed it this time. At about mile 30, we hit the C4000 wall. This is a 1 mile long climb that has about 550 feet of elevation gain. The average gradient here is about 11%, and the maximum gradient is about 20%. Having a 52-tooth chainring in the back is definitely a key to conquering this climb. When I got home, Strava announced that this was my personal best with an average speed of 3.5 miles an hour. The climb ends at Capitol Peak, where the second rest stop was, and after that we dropped in on the Green Line. I think this was my fourth time on Green Line. Last year during Cascadia Super Gravel, this whole road was one big river, but this year it is nice and dry. On some of these descents, it is easy to get a little bit too much speed. This corner I definitely overcooked, but I was glad to see that I was not the only one. then did a little bit of pavement along the bubbling creek in Sherman Valley. This nice steady uphill on pavement feels good after all the gravel climbing. After a very short hike-a-bike, it is time for Mima Falls West single track. That first hike-a-bike was definitely too short. Here comes the real deal.